Thank you, Tom. Sorry, guys, we're just waiting for more people to join on, and we can go live, please. If you just joined, just waiting on one or two more people to join, and we can go live. All right. But in the meantime, while you're waiting, you can share this stream so more people can be a part of it. All right, share this live stream so more people can be a part of it. Okay. Please share so more people can be a part of it. All right. Thank you, Lapanonic, Goni Bunu. Thank you, El Shaddai. Thank you, Jato. Thank you, as many of you. Thank you. Please, let's share this live stream so more people can be a part of it. We start in 3 minutes. We start 7:15. That's about 2 minutes from now, guys. Thank you, Chuki. Thank you, Tom Zima. Let us know where you're joining us from, guys. Let us know where you're joining from, please. All right. Join. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Elena. Thank you to as many of you that joined. You want to join. Questions. Click on the Facebook. Click this link. All right. Please, if you are thank you, Autofred. Thank you, Chucky. Thank you. If you're from an ex-command student, please send a message so that I can know who it is. I'm trying to see if I can keep up with the messages coming on the group chat at the same time chatting with you guys. Let me see if I can 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Stanlios has joined. Add to the stream.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay. Can you mute your mic so that yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys join, put your mic on mute. And I hope you guys have intentions to ask questions. All right. We have how many slots left? I don't know how many that can go on. So I'll try my best to. Sorry, let me just. I'm shuttling between different devices. I want to make this screen. What's it called? So it doesn't time out. Then, so that we can. I can take questions in case they come in the group chat. Sorry for that. Just spend a minute. We'll start in a second or so. How do I do this next? Sorry, guys. I'll try to be fast as well. Yes, over 201 of you. Please share this live stream so more people can join. Share this if you just join and let us know where you're joining from, please, so that we can know those that are watching, and as many also to know those that are from ex-command students, please. Resolution, camera, cut off screen, timeout. Okay. 10 minutes. Keep screen on. Okay. Thank you very much. Stan Leons. I greet you, my brother. God bless you. Nice to see you. Tunji, why don't you want to turn on your camera? All right. Okay. We go live now. Sorry, we start now. Sorry, we're live already. So we go live. If you guys have any questions, I'm talking about the command guys. Alexander, what is the biggest mistake? Okay, thank you for the questions. Yes, if you have questions and you don't have the confidence to ask on camera like Stanley and Tunji, you can ask. Thank you, Tunji. God bless you for turning on the camera. God bless you. You can send your message either on YouTube. Thank you, NK. I can see you. Either on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. I don't know if we're live on Instagram. Or on TikTok. You can also join. Guys, if you want to join, you can also join on TikTok. That's if you want to speak live on camera. Otherwise, you can send your questions anywhere in any of this channel. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Blessing. I can see you. Thank you, Nkechi, and to everyone. Okay, guys, we go now. Let me see. Sorry, I just want to put a timer so I don't run off. And also remember to ask questions. So please if you don't want to come on live or you're camera shy, or please put what's it called? Put your questions in the comment section. So that'll help. Okay, we start now. If you have spent years or decades working long hours, this live stream is for you. If you're over 50 and still actively working for every naira or every dollar or every pound you earn, this live stream is for you. If just taking 1 month off that's when I mean 1 month off, it's like taking 1 month holiday or 1 month break off would leave you unsure where your next income will come from, this live stream is for you. If you go on holiday or you spend money, if your money stops working the moment you do, that is to say, you don't get money as you're on, what's it called? I don't know how to put it. If you're on holiday or your money stops working the moment you stop working, this live stream is for you. If you have cash but you don't know what to invest your money in or how to make your money grow, this live stream is as well for you. So this is me saying to everyone, welcome. Today's topic, like as advertised, thank you very much, Julia and Afafa, thank you very much. Today's topic as advertised is your time for their money. And the theme is living life on your own terms. So this is specially dedicated to the 99 set of Command Secondary School, Kaduna State in Nigeria. This program was organized by them, but we are streaming this live so that those that are in different parts of the world can join, because so that's basically it. Is for Command Secondary, organized by them, and it's a privilege for me to share the little part of what I know, and I hope that this can spark a conversation. We hope to get this done within an hour or less than an hour or so, so more people can go about what they want to do. So we're live on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and I think LinkedIn. All right. So I'm gonna take it very, very brief. very as brief as possible. All right. So we live in a time where a lot of people, most people stop earning when they stop working. You know, people have to put in. What millions of people work, they only earn when they are physically present. If they can't clock in, it becomes a problem. Their salary will stop. Even some self-employed people, if they don't go to their shop, they don't earn. You know, holidays are becoming expensive. You know, the decision point is that if your income depends on your presence, your time has become that of your employer or that of a business. Another thing is again that people become what's it called? Wealth doesn't equal financial freedom. In other words, that you have money or cash in the bank or savings or pension funds. We're going to talk much about that. You know, it doesn't equate freedom. So idle money slowly loses value. No matter how much money, some people might say, "Oh, Oyakol, I've worked for a long time and I have money saved." If you just keep money in the bank, it's losing value. All right, that's another thing to bear in mind. And also, there's a pressure that is growing on as there's high inflation in our country, rising price of food, currency fluctuations, family responsibilities, school fees, healthcare costs, a lot of things, supporting your family. As a result of that, people are forced to work long hours, juggle between multiple jobs. Many struggle to build lasting wealth. You know, the key thing for us here is that working hard alone is no longer enough. You know, next thing I want us to bear in mind as we start this is that most families only have one income engine. You know, I was listening to a lady that you guys, a lot of you know. Also, what's her name again? I remember her name, but she's a popular First Bank, ex-First Bank CEO or top ex-bank. She's talked about um, what, how is it that when fathers die or when the breadwinners of a family die, how the family struggle, how the family struggle. So this is me calling our minds that a lot of families depend on one stream of income, one salary to pay everything, one business to carry the whole family. When that person's health deteriorates, it affects the whole family. The household immediately feels financial pressure. That is the situation for a lot of families. You know, every family needs multiple income streams, not just multiple expenses. They need multiple income streams. The next thing to bear in mind that technology is changing work. Technology is changing work. There's artificial intelligence, which we call AI. There's automation. There's robotics. These things are changing many industries. You know, I'm sure you guys know since COVID, things have changed for a lot of companies since COVID. Some companies, for instance, in England, to be precise, in London, HSBC spent a lot of money on a multi-million pounds on their office. COVID happened. Then people were forced to work from home. Now they have to find a way to either give back that hand back that office that they are spending money on and not using, or they now have to force their workers to start coming to work so they can make use of their office. So things have changed. People can work from different parts of the world. Even somebody can be having access to my screen now. That is the point. Is that the question is no longer will I always have this job? The question is will my money still work if my job changes? The next thing to bear in mind is that the rich buy time. The rich people buy time. They have businesses that generate income for them. There are things that appreciate in value, things that produce cash flow, things that continue to bring money for them without constant attention. So I can go on and on. We'll talk more about that. So the whole goal of everything we're trying to do is to create to bring our mind into understanding about why. I just wanted to bring us up to speed with that. A lot of people are putting their time, and if their time is not there, they can't get money. So to avoid assuming that we are all on I don't like to assume, so I would like to define what's it called, what the term means, you know. So remember that I talked about that we're talking about time. The topic is time for money, and on the other side we're talking about living life on your own terms. So I'll define it this way: exchanging your time for money means working in a way where you only earn income when you actively spend time doing the work. Thank you very much. You said I should laugh. Okay, no problem. Sorry, guys. I'll take the questions at the end so we can chase up things. Okay, thank you. Your time. You give your time. you get paid. If you stop working, you stop earning. Another definition of what another key point is living life on your own terms means creating and choosing a lifestyle that aligns with your values, your goals, your definition of happiness, not what society and family and others expect of you. All right. So, in a sense, freedom is the power to make decisions about how you spend your time, who you spend it with, and what you pursue without being controlled by external pressures or financial limitations. So, this is the connection between time, money, and freedom. When you depend solely on exchanging your time for money, your potentials become limited because time is finite. My mentor always says that money is time is more important than money. In other words, he says that even if you lose time, if you lose money, you can get it back. But if you lose time, you can't get it back. So time is more important than money, my mentor always says. No matter how skilled you are, you can't multiply your hours. If your income is tied to your time, your freedom is also tied to that work. But you may earn well, but your choices, schedule, and your lifestyle are controlled by someone else's system. That's why many people feel stuck, working hard, yet never feeling free. But everything changes when you start building income streams that work without you. A business, or it could be a property, it could be an investment. These systems keep earning even when you rest. So that's how you reclaim control over your time and over your choices and over your life. You shift from survival to purpose because living life on your own term isn't just about money, it's about freedom. The power to choose how you live, work, and impact others. The goal is not, I've never said that and I'll never say it again. The goal is not to stop working. It is to work smarter, it is to build leverage, and it's to let time serve you and not you doing the same thing. So I have a story that I created, hopefully that it can drive home this message as we to help our conversation. There are two schoolmates, two friends. They graduated from the same secondary school in Nigeria. So one is Emeka and the other one is Tunde. Both were very brilliant people. Both came from humble homes. Both want to make their parents proud. After university, Emeka got a banking job in Lagos. Tunde became a civil servant. Their family celebrated them. Everyone said, "Oh, congrats! Oh, you have made it. Years have passed, months passed. Salaries entered every month. Salaries disappeared. They could pay for things like I'm sure everybody does: house rent, fuel, children's school fees, parents, church contribution, burials, weddings, medical bills. They travel for Christmas. Their life continued. Whenever Emeka wanted a leave, that's go to his manager and say, "Please, I want to leave." The manager would say, "Not this period." Whenever Tunde wanted to visit his aging parents, he couldn't get approval. 25 years have passed. Then something happened. The bank is downsized like you have in Nigeria. Once upon a time, there was Bank BHB. Once upon a time, there were banks like Diamond Banks, but today we don't hear about them again. So let's get that in mind. Emeka lost his job within months. The car became difficult to maintain. He was under a mortgage, and mortgage repayments became stressful. University fees I believe it's for his children, or I think he was in a program at that time, became a burden. He realized he has spent 25 years building a salary, but never built another source of income. All right. Tunde also worked, but every year he asked himself, if this salary stopped tomorrow, what will my family feed on? That's the question Tunde asked himself. He started small. He bought a plot of land. He built rental homes. He had a place where people could rent. He started a small poultry. Later invested into student hostels. His wife started selling packaged food online. That's food items. Eventually, they bought another property. By retirement, the pension was no longer their hope. Their business had become their income. Both men worked hard. One retired with fear. The other retired with freedom. The difference wasn't hard work. The difference is that one built only income, the other built assets. The question is, which one was truly wealthy? That's the question. So the connection, what I want us to bear in mind is that, so I hope that this story that I shared will help to drive home the conversation we're having today, and we can leave with something. Even if you don't remember anything, reflect on this story. And if, for adventure, I was too fast, you can go on my channel, click on it, or I can put a link in the group chat for those that missed out so they can also be a part of it. All right. So this is the question we need to ask ourselves. Why is it that some people would rather exchange their time for money? That's stay on a job. It's not wrong to stay on a job, and I hope we've been able to make that clear. Is that most people were never taught how to use money. There's what's called financial intelligence, ability of how to make money work for you, how to replace your income. If you look around my videos, you'll find I've done videos like that. I even brought people on to explain it. Some people, all they know is work, earn, work, earn, be a landlord. That's what a lot of people know. They were never taught about how to invest and let that money work for you. So that is one of the reasons. The way the school is designed, the way our curriculum in school is designed, it doesn't teach anything other than work. Find a good job and all that, and you retire, you live on your pension. That's one of the reasons why people rather exchange their time for money. The next thing is fear of failure. They've seen another person doing something, the person doesn't have a steady job. They're afraid that if they venture such thing, they will fail. So because of that, they stay stuck on exchanging their time. Another thing is lack of mentors. I just mentioned to you guys that I have a mentor. Some people are afraid. They don't have anybody to mentor them or show them the pathway or show them a way to make this become a reality. Something else could be inflation. It keeps eating up their salaries. Their salaries are never enough. Therefore, they can't even save up to the point of even talking about investing. That's one of the things. Then, as I talked earlier, lack of investment knowledge. Thank you very much. Lack of investment knowledge. So as a result, many people become excellent employees. They are very good at where they work, but they never become owners. I've never said that working is not good, but what this today we're discussing is that knowing that there's time for everything. There's time to put in work for somebody, and there's time to start investing into what to start replacing the effort and the funds that you're getting as a family. So why we must gradually stop depending on our salary. One, like I pointed out earlier, time is limited. Salary grows slowly. Assets grow continuously. Imagine the Tunde that was investing while Emeka kept working and yes, he will be climbing and getting money. His mind is that he still be on job. Emeka never foresaw that a time would come that his bank he will lose his job. But Tunde kept investing that money and buying land, and he was building continuous assets. Assets keep growing continuously. The next thing is that high income does not equal freedom. I say to people, even if you earn $100,000, you earn 100 million naira, whatever it is you earn, the more you earn, the more that job requires your time. No matter what it is, the more you earn, the more the job requires your time. So bear those things in mind, why you need to change. Jobs build organizations. Ownership builds families. When you own, you are building things more than you. You are building something your children can inherit. That's another reason why you need to stop exchanging your time and start building something of your own, something that you can pass on to the next generation and to your children. Next point is that systems create wealth. Businesses, assets, investments, intellectual properties, these things continue to produce value. So if you don't stop exchanging, if you don't depend on your salary, you would never create things of value. The things, it was said, you can look it up. When Whitney Houston died, I'll just use this as an example. It might be a very far example, but I just want to use this. When Whitney Houston died, she was in debt, maybe because of the lifestyle she was living and what have you. It is said that within 1 year, the royalties that was gotten from her song being played, because I don't know why when people die, that's when a lot of people listen to their songs more. The royalties that was made within 1 year, it was used to clear off the debt. Same thing with Michael Jackson. But I don't know about how long Michael Jackson's own debt was, but it was said that Whitney Houston's own debt was cleared in 1 year as a result of the royalties from the songs. The families are still benefiting from the royalties. She died a long time ago. What are we trying to say? If you keep working on a job and you have such kind of gift or a book or a teaching course or something that would have created value that can outlive you, because of fear of the unknown, you stay put to a job. The choice is yours, and I hope that we'll learn from it. So I like us to quickly touch on. I don't know how many of you have read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. Robert Kiyosaki's 4 quadrants. He talked about there's an E quadrant where there's an employer, there's the S quadrant, self-employed, the B quadrant, a business owner, and the I quadrant is the investors. A lot of people are on the E quadrant. That's where they are employers. Yes, if a lot of people are employers. Sorry, they are employed. I don't know if I use the right word. They're on a job also. I'm a bit mixing the word now. Employees. Sorry, employees. A lot of people are employees. And that's where a lot of people are. Then the next quadrant is that when the people leave being employees, they move on to self-employment. That's where they have their own businesses. But it gets to a point that some people, if they leave their business or their shops or whatever it is they do, they stop earning. So the goal, Robert Kiyosaki teaches in his book, is how to move from self-employment to becoming a business, where you now start owning a business that has systems, that these systems work whether you are there or you're not there. I highly recommend this book. It's called Built to Last. This book teaches, it says here, creating a business that can thrive without you. That is it. If your business cannot run without you, then you need this book to create it. A lot of people that are on the S quadrant, this is where they are. There's nothing wrong with starting with employment. I never said that. But many successful entrepreneurs did. The mistake is remaining there forever. Allow your job to finance your journey into business and investment. The goal is to move from being an employee to owning businesses with systems to the point where you become an investor, where you now start buying. I don't know how many of you are aware. Money Point is said, I think it's Jimovia or Tony Elumelu, I can't remember which one of them, invested, I think, about $50,000 into that business. I can't remember the exact figure. The point is that guy saw the future and started investing before Money Point became what it is today. Now we're talking about Money Point. I think sometime January they loaned out, I think, over 1 trillion naira to people. I don't know how many commercial banks in Nigeria can even do that. So that is the desire, to move from being an employer to being self-employed, to owning a business, and to becoming investors. Very, very important. All right. So these are some of the ideas I believe that can be helpful to a lot of people. Because people might ask me, what do I do? Rental income, building. So see, guys, you don't have to have properties in Banana Island or have properties in Maitama or build to feel like you've arrived. No. There are areas, if you're in Abuja, there are properties, you can buy a place in place like Kuje, Gwagwalada, Kubwa, whatever it is. You can, I said to people, you must not do it alone. You can crowdfund. When I say to them, when they come and say, your estate is too expensive, I say you can pull 1 or 2 of your friends. You mustn't do it alone. Let us stop feeling pressure that it must be done alone. No, you mustn't do it alone. You can pull in friends, and together all of you can buy a land, build rental accommodation, maybe face me, I face you for a start, or self-contained, whatever it is, and you can have recurring income. So rental rooms is important. Student hostel. One of my guys in Enugu called me, sent me a message that he knows somebody that started this January, to start building, what do you call it? He started building student hostel, and is hoping that by January you finish building it. So student hostel is a good business, recurring business. Some I know people in Abuja that build cheap, very, very cheap hotels. I'm not talking like hotels that can be like, maybe might be exaggerating, maybe like 20,000 naira a night, 10,000 naira a night for people with low income. Whatever. See, you can even rent places to make these things happen. You don't have to actually go and build it all up. No, you can rent it for the landlord, pay him a fixed amount of money for the year. You can buy, like my friend always says, you can go to Panteka where they sell second-hand things. You can buy mattresses, buy bed, make it decent for people. Not everybody has a lot of money to pay 50,000 naira a night, 6,000 naira, 100,000. No, not a lot of people have that. You can make that happen by building shortlets. If you have a lot of money, you can go do premium shortlets, luxurious short, whatever it is. So you can also be a property manager. You might know people that own properties, but they don't know who to manage it. Or some people that they've all jackpot and all that. You can be their property manager. And for every money that is made from the tenants, you get a cut for it. All right. Event centers are good places. I'm just giving you guys options. Event centers. Nigeria is a place where people like to celebrate. It's a country of bourgeois. People are very feel that they need to do their weddings or their parties or whatever in a big scale. Think about getting something. You can even hire a place. You must not own the place. Some landlords, either they don't have any children or they don't want to do the business anymore, you can step in. You can buy land in far places and bank them and plant on them. My next point is agriculture. You can own a poultry farm. My family, my mom had a poultry, and that's what she used to train us all through. All of us going to university. You can do fish farming. You can do snail farming. I have a friend in Ofia. He has a fish farm. He has a snail farm. You can do that. You can. I don't know how many of you that know that you can do palm oil plantation. I have a friend. His dad left for them a palm oil plantation. And his dad was a school principal, just teaching, and just became a school principal before he retired and passed away. He left plant plantation. You can start with something like that. You can do your research on this thing I'm saying. I have another friend. He has a rice processing mill. Then my wife and I, we invest into people that do cassava, what they call it, not invest, we loan them money. People that do cassava, especially in my village. They plant cassava, they harvest it, make money, and they return that money back with no interest. That's for village people, all right? So I'm just showing you things you can do. And these things, you must not do them. You must not be the one to do them. My friend that owns a farm in Northia, he's even in America. My friend that owns the farm in palm oil plantation, he's based in the UK. Right now, he's in Enugu. So he has a snail farm. You don't have to be the one on the job doing these things on a day-to-day. All right. So there are so many other things you can do. I don't know how many of you know that there's digital currency, doing things like YouTube, online coaching, AI consulting. I want to pause a little bit on AI consulting. I don't know how many of you that know that being an AI consultant is a lot of money. There are a lot of companies, like yesterday, I think I was in a particular shop, and this woman she said to me, "Oh, you're on the phone." I said, "No, I'm not on the phone." She said, "Then who are you talking to?" I said, "I'm talking to my AI." She said, "You're talking to AI like this?" I said, "Yes." I don't know how many of you that know that you can actually chat with AI like a human being. You're having a proper conversation, reading out your ideas, and it'll be giving you back, responding like a human being. And you can even be arguing on a point. What am I trying to say in essence is that being an AI consultant is something you can research on. A lot of companies that you might know that don't even know that they can leverage on AI and improve on what they do. So go on ChatGPT, type on that place how to be an AI consultant, and you begin to see information. It can be ChatGPT, it can be Claude AI, it can be Gemini. If you are at this age, 2026, I don't know how to use AI. You are wasting a lot of hours doing things that can be done within a snap of a finger. So, like I tell my employees, if you don't know how to use AI, you can't work with me because you'll be wasting time on a task that can be done in few minutes or a bit like this, an hour or something like that. So my point is, if you're thinking of what else to do aside to your job, highly recommend you being an AI consultant. Do a research on it. I also talked about online coaching. Let me tell you some of the things I use so that maybe you understand it. The guy that tutors my children is in Kuje online tutor. They've never done face to face. My social media manager is in Abuja. My virtual assistant, that's my PA, she's in Ibadan. My web developer is in Enugu. That's to show you that these are skills, and I'm sure there are more. Oh, thank you very much, BBU. You said I have 1,500 palm plantations in Owerri. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. So guys are doing it. So please, guys, you can hear people are doing it. People are serious. So I just mentioned to you 4 skills that can be done online. And a lot of you are very sound and intelligent. Maybe we can have a different conversation about these four skills alone. This was with AI, you can even do web development for. I wish we have a lot of time. NK, I don't know how much time we have to do this conversation. Please let me know, because I didn't even discuss the timing with you. I wish we have time that we can sit more on telling you that even with your job, you can do online tutoring. And if I explain it to you better, I break it down for you better, you understand it. With your current job, you don't have to resign for your job. You can be a social media manager. With your current job, you can be a virtual assistant for people. I don't know how many of you that know that a lot of Nigerians in diaspora, if they want to get a lot, social media managers or anything, they type on Filipino websites to get staff. Why go to Filipino when you can come back home to Nigeria to look for? But because people like me and you, or people like don't make themselves available, so they don't even know that they can hire people like you. I have to even be telling people, oh, my PA is in Nigeria, oh, my social media manager in Nigeria. They say, really? Oh, my web developer in Nigeria. I say, really? For web developer, a lot of Nigerians go to India. When people are there in Nigeria, if you don't make yourself available, you can't get a job, and you'll be stuck on one job and put a lot of effort and resources. I hope that some of the things I'm sharing are helping. So ebooks, digital products, I can go on and on. Prompt engineering. Some people don't know what to type on AI to give them results. You can package some things in a Microsoft Word and sell it to people so they can copy and paste, and it can help them out. All right. I hope we're learning. I talked about web development, social media manager, I already touched on that. And the other services, these are literally, see guys, if I start telling you the things I've done in my life, you'll be like, wow. There are things to do to get money. You can start with laundry services, cleaning services. When I was trying to set up my first shortlet, I was looking for cleaning companies I couldn't find until I started asking people, ask the other person. Cleaning is a very good business, guys. You can start that. Next thing is logistics. I know a member of our member of our team here that had a bike logistics. I think it's Cynthia. I don't know if she still does that business. I think I've used her before. You can do that. Bike business, all this business I'm saying, they all have their challenges. But guys, even to eat is challenging for some people. So the fact that I'm saying all this, it doesn't mean that I'm just saying all rosy. I'm saying that in spite of the challenges, you can still persevere and you can break through. Next thing is solar panel installation. It's a good business. All right. All I'm saying, guys, you must not do these things. She said an extra 15 minutes for question. You say round up at 8:15. Okay. Round up at 8:15 and an extra 15 minutes. Okay. All right, that's fine. Thank you very much. Say round up at 8:15. Okay. Okay. 8:15. 8:15. What's the time now? Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. There's so many things to do. Guys, do you know you can have security companies? Security companies. What does it take to own a security company? Guys, do your research. You must not even be the one. This thing I'm telling you, can do it as a side hustle. My friend, the one I told you that is in Enugu, he runs a security company in London. You can own security company in Lagos. You can own in Abuja. What you can own in Enugu? What does it take? These things I'm telling you, you don't need to physically be. Guys, if you join in, please meet your. You can go on. I know people that just exterior decorations. Some people, when they have the place, please. Thank you very much. Thank you. Some people, when they build properties, they don't know how to what's it called? They don't know how to furnish the place. They can employ your services just by telling them you're an interior decorator can make a whole lot of difference. I can go on and on. I don't want to. I'm sure you know that there's investments in dividends, mutual funds. There's a fund. Somebody called me and said, "Oh, yeah, you can put so amount of money in this bank and you can earn so amount of money." And I think my dad does something like that. You can invest in such things like that. They are silent. You can be a silent partner in a business, and there's so many things you can invest in. If you show interest in it, just by putting your thoughts even on AI or looking up on the internet, their ideas can come. Or you can ask people, depending on the kind of network you have, it will determine the kind of information that come towards you. So networking is also key in this thing. So how do you begin, to exchange your time for money? Stop doing that is one, you need to change your thinking. Just told you about books. There are more books, purpose-driven life. These are different books. This is another book, highly recommended. It's called Slight Edge. This talks about the power of doing things on a daily basis, not waiting until that thing is like stacked up or like it talks about the power of doing things on a daily basis. It makes a lot of difference. This one talks about raising cash. Someone might be wondering, oh, how do I raise cash? And all that. Next thing for me, I always read the Bible, So I can go on and on. I have a lot of books here, but for time, I don't have time to look them to show you about them. You need to change your thinking. That's one thing. So you can stop asking how much can I earn. You start asking about what can I build? What is that thing I need to build? The next thing is that I'm not saying keep your job, but use it as a capital. Don't resign emotionally because you just listen to this message. Just say, oh, I'm resigning tomorrow. I'm resigning next. No. Keep your job. Don't resign emotionally, but build intentionally. Bear in mind that you want to keep your salaries. You want to keep your salaries. And from there, you apportion certain percentage of that salary that you can start investing in. Problem does not finish. Problem not they finish. If you eat everything you get, you don't have any tree to sit on. There's some part of your salary are seeds. There's some part of your salary that are fruits. You need to separate the one that is seed and the one that is fruit. If you eat every money that they are paid every month, you are eating your tomorrow. So know the one that is your seed and invest that one so that tomorrow you have a place, that's something that will bring recurring income for you. I hope that's helpful. The next point is what? To develop another additional stream of income. We talked about it. Start with one. You could even start with an ice block making machine. You can look up what it takes to buy one. There's some local business. I can go on and on, but for sake of time, I'm mindful of the time that I was given. All right. So invest time, then reinvest your profits when you get them. Don't consume everything. I just touched on that. The next point is what? Is to keep doing that thing, repeat it, compound interest, just keep doing it. Keep doing it, and you never stop doing it. So I hope that some of the things I've shared are helpful. And I'm just going to wrap up with these points. All right. So there is time, and I've touched on it, I'm going to touch on it again. There is time to pay dues, which is you put in your hours in your career for years or whatever. And there's time to plan and work towards not exchange your time for money. You need to know the difference. Difference one, you're working for somebody. You need to know when you need to ask yourself, when am I going to stop this working for this person so I can start earning, even whether I sleep or whether I'm awake. I hope that we're getting that difference. All right. Thank you very much. The next thing I want us to bear in mind is that until you start making money when you sleep, you've not really started living a good life. Look at it. So irrespective of where you are, irrespective of whether you work or you don't work, until you start making money when you sleep, you have not started living a good life. So I'm not saying that earning a salary is not good, but I'm saying that there's a different kind of life. There's a different kind of satisfaction you get when you are making money, whether you're awake or sleeping. That's where we need to aspire. That should be a good aspiration. And on that quadrant of Rich Dad Poor Dad is on those that own businesses and those that own multiple streams, are investors. Those are the ones that are on that level. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's not every word every answer I have for you, but I cannot explain to you what it takes. That until whether you sleep or you wake, and you're earning, is a different kind of lifestyle, a different kind of satisfaction, right? Wisdom is profitable. That I talked about. It's important that you can read, you can study your way to understand this, or you have a mentor that can teach you this, or you can be amongst network of people that have the kind of results you desire to get there. All right. So, next thing is that until you start making money, irrespective of your location, you will understand what that true life means. So I don't want this to be about myself, but irrespective of any country I find myself, it doesn't stop what I earn. Okay, it doesn't stop it. So, guys, that should be the aspiration. If you are working on your business now, you need to start looking for how to make that business run, whether you are there or they are not there. Whether you need to travel to the village, you need to go to London, you need to go to India, you still need to keep earning. Guys, that is the I touched on this book. Yes, that's it. This book teaches how to do that. And this is what makes the difference between us and some of these people that are so-called wealthy, not so-called wealthy people. They understand these things and they start building systems so that they can earn, whether they are there or they're not there, whether they are sleeping or whether they are awake. I hope that helps. The next thing to bear in mind is that your earnings are capped. When you work for somebody, your earnings are capped. Don't be deceived. So bear this in mind. Your earnings are capped. If it's in a country, whether in Europe or wherever, before your money comes to you, they've deducted the tax from it. And if it's in the United Kingdom, they'll take away the what's called NI's contributions and whatever, and they leave to you whatever is remaining. If you don't change the way to the glory of God, okay. If you don't change the way, if you don't change, if you don't stop exchanging your time, your earnings will remain capped. I don't know, when you check on the richest people's list, just look at the pattern. You only see people that don't have capped earnings there. What is capped earnings? If you earn, let's say for instance, 50 million naira annually, you can only earn 50 million naira annually. No matter how hard you work for your boss, you can. If you earn 100,000 pounds or $100,000 annually, you can only earn $100,000. You can never earn more than that. So, but if you are doing some form of business, this year business might be different. You can earn more. From one business, you can open another business, you can open another thing, you can do different things. If you are investing, you can invest in this person's business today, and the business might go well, it might fail. If you invest in another one, it might go well, it might become better. I don't have time to go deeper into some of the points I'm raising, but you cannot succeed or live a great life with capped earnings. Even if you are the director of a company, I don't care. But I'm just saying the truth to you, especially people that are earning genuine earnings. I'm not talking about people that are doing fraudulent things in their company. All right. So this is one thing that the leader of my unit always says in church. He said to me, like when I'm complaining about, maybe I'm talking about my businesses, things are going a bit wrong and all that. He said to me, I'm aspiring, people like us, we're aspiring to start doing things you're doing. I said, why? He said, yes. Do you know that? He said to me, do you know that people like us are working, we are 1 month away from homelessness? I'm like, well, really? He said, yes. He said, because if I lose my job today, that's what you're saying. And in 1 month, I cannot pay my salary. I cannot pay my mortgage, sorry. He said, I will lose my house. So this is what and he stuck on me since he said it. People that are on jobs, if you have a job and you have a mortgage, be it in Nigeria or wherever you are 1 month away from homelessness. If you lose your job and you can't keep repaying your mortgage, bear those things in mind. I know that this might not apply to some people, especially those that own their houses. The same thing applies for anybody. If you lose your job and you're living in a rented property and the time for your rent reaches and you can't pay it, that's homelessness. So it's important to start investing money, no matter how little. Another thing, someone once told me, a job is like cocaine or like cannabis, an addictive substance an employer uses to keep their employee on a job. So you're looking for pay rise, you're looking for promotion. Oh, they're going to pay me higher. Looking for promotion. Oh, you're waiting for benefits. Oh, at the end of the year, they're going to give us benefits. Oh, this job is going to have extra code. Oh, we're going to go to London with this job. Oh, I'm going to be a director soon. Oh, I'm going to be this. All these aspirations are good. But indirectly, if you look at it, it keeps you on the job for longer. You're living and working on somebody else's dreams. You're making that person's dreams become reality. Remember what I said. I'm not saying don't work for anybody. I'm saying there's time for everything. You need to understand the times and the seasons of your life so you can make the most out of it. All right. Next thing is fear. I've touched on it. Fear enslaves people. Don't allow fear to give you in. So I think I've touched on a lot of things, and I hope that from the things I touched on, we can be able to ask questions from that. I already have a lot of questions. Guys, the command guys, I don't know if people ask questions, but I already have a lot of questions. I don't know. A lot of people have different names on social media, so I don't know who is who. Please, if you ask questions on TikTok, please, can you put it back again? Because there's a lot of comments going on. I can't see it. It's unlike other ones. I can quickly see them. So, NK, I don't know how we're going to do it. Uh, guys, I can see questions here. I don't know which one. I wanted to take the questions from the command guys first before I go to any other person. NK said, "Man, I've not started living good life. Oh, God help me." NK, you're already living a good life. I don't know what you're saying. God is helping on each and every one of us. Guys, please. Uh, I'm talking about my fellow command guys. If you have questions, I want to be able to know who is who, please. Anyway, let me just take the questions I can see here. Thank you, Obala Charles. Thank you. I'm done. I'm just taking questions, and after that, we can call this a day. I call this a wrap. All right. 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 Yeah, Tom Zima says, thank you very much, Tom Zima. I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you, Chucky, for the emoji. Much appreciated. Author says, how are you? I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you. I can see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Okay, Afafa, when should you practice? Yeah, I can see the questions coming through. Okay, I'm just going to take questions I can see on the screen. Hopefully that helps. All right. All right. All right. All right. Alex Alexandra. Okay. Alex Alexandra said, what is the biggest mistake people make when they are trying to balance money and time? When they're trying to balance money and time. When they're trying to balance money and time. The biggest mistake people make when they're trying to balance money and time. I don't really understand the question. I'm trying to understand it. What the biggest mistake people make when they're trying to balance money and time? Balance money. I don't know. Alex, I don't really get your question. Maybe you can re-ask the question, but I touched on a lot of things about people's fears, why they exchange their time more. And I hope that those things I touched on are able to respond to you. A lot of people, because of fear, some people because of instant bills, some people because of pressures, therefore they stay stuck on a job, even when they're not supposed to, or even when they are long overdue to start investing or to leave that job and do something else. All right. These are things to bear in mind. I don't know if I responded to your question, but that's that for that. I don't really get it. If you can explain better, it'd be nice. Okay. Thank you, Julia. Julia says hello, sir. How you doing, Julia? Blessing Kanayo says great work. Thank you very much, sir. Blessing Kanayo, very much appreciated. Afafa, when should we prioritize time over money in our quest to improve our living standard? Time is important, and for every time you should prioritize time. You need to put a value to what you're offering. It's important to know that your time is very precious. Understand the times and seasons of your life. There's time, I mentioned it, there's time to put in work and work for somebody. And as you're working for that person, it's also important that you start investing while you're working for that person. So that your investment will be gradually replacing your income. So that whether you leave your job or you lose the job or whatever happens, you are not going back to ground zero or living from hand to mouth or having the need to put pressures on other members of your family. I don't know if that helps respond to your question, Afafa. So we also have Julia, a question from Julia. Sorry, I'm trying to navigate this. She says, do we spend excessive time earning money in our youth only to try and buy back the lost time or health with those earnings later in life? What is the way to break free from this circle? It's a very solid question. Very solid question. Do we spend excessive time earning money in our youth? I think a lot of people do. But your second part of your question is saying to buying back lost time or health. I think what she's trying to say is that some people, because they put in a lot, they work so hard, and when they are now on the old side of things, they have bad health, and they now start using that money to try to work on their health. I think that's what she's trying to say. What is the way to break free from this circle? To be honest, I work with young people, that's teenagers, and I put them under pressure that before they even get married, some of them that start working, that they should be able to have a plan to buy a property, buy an investment property, even if they don't live in it. So, because one of the traps I noticed, some of the mistakes I made as well, is that People first think that they first have to buy a house. This context is context of people living abroad or like in the UK or Germany or anywhere. It might not apply to people in Nigeria and some parts of Africa. Um, People always think that they have to buy the house they live in first. I have one of my mentees I spoke with a couple of weeks ago. I said to him, no, where he lives to buy a house is very expensive. I said to him, nothing says you cannot buy a house in cheaper areas in England. You must not live in it. You can rent it out so that the income from that can be substituted, can start helping out what you do already. Get that income can be helped. So can you mute your sorry, if I can mute you. All right. The income from such kind of investment property, rental property, can be helping augmenting some of the expenses you make on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. So it's not also wrong to work in your youth. It's not wrong to work in your youth. But what it is that as you're working, you're investing. As you're working, you're investing. And there should be a time where you stop working and you start living life on your own terms to make a whole lot of difference. All right. Thank you for that question. Thank you for that question, Julia. Very much appreciated. So let me see. Thank somebody, Noah. Noah, thank you very much. I can see your comments. I don't have a family. Rahman said I have a family. Okay, God see you through. Maybe you can send me a DM. We can talk about that. Okay, more. All right. All right. We have a question from Misty. She says the topic we are discussing today is something ordinary people rarely stop to consider. I'm curious to know which part of your 24 hours day do you personally value the most? Something that money can never buy. Or to be honest, what I'm sorry, to come across based on your question, I don't come across like I don't appreciate some things, but the hours I look forward to the most is when I read. When I read, I'm excited to read because I noticed that it add value to me. I learned from Pastor Paul and Enche. Say the more you read, the more you grow. The less you read, you are dying and depreciating. So I look forward to it. So you ask me a question: do you personally value the most? The most time I value is when I read. I'm currently writing a book, so I also look forward to writing that book. It excites me and gives me a lot of excitement. So anything to add value, I look forward to it. When I watch a podcast, I look forward to it. When I watching a movie that I know that learning something for, I look forward to it. So that's some of the things. I hope that responds to your question, Misty. All right. Let's see. Who has this question? I'm gonna take. Afafa asked another question. I don't know if it's a question or a comment. Say, is there an incident in your own life where you prioritize time over money and the decisions turned out to be successful? Hmm. Prioritize time over money. I don't know if what we're discussing today is not necessarily time and money. What we're talking today is about putting your time, like always giving your time in exchange for money. In other words, people that work and their work is time based, So it's like that's it to say, if they are not working, they don't earn, or if they don't show up, they can lose their job. So I don't know. I'm trying to understand your question. Is there an incident in your own life where you prioritize time over money, and decisions turned out okay? Um, for me, maybe I can respond to your question this much. I maybe because my parents were entrepreneurs, so I think I might be biased to people. People might be. I might have an edge over some people that maybe their parents were civil servants or they gravitated towards getting a job. There's nothing wrong in a job. I've always said it all through this stream. But I think my parents were both entrepreneurs, so naturally, second nature, I went into being an entrepreneur, and I never looked forward to working for somebody. I did work for people, but I always knew that there was something more. So all my life, I've done different kind of businesses. If I enumerate them for you, a lot of them failed, and well, you can't even things I'm doing today. Some of them are not as I expect. I'm not still giving up, and there's still things I plan to do before I turn 50, and we'll keep doing them, and we'll keep doing them. So I would say that I've put a lot of. I'm very cautious of my time. and that my consciousness of my time always pays out more for me. You get it? So I've invested into businesses that I earn whether I'm asleep, I'm not awake, whether I'm in China or in Nigeria, whether I'm in UK or I'm in Trinidad and Tobago, I still earn money. So yes, I've given attention, I've prioritized time, and that has I prioritize time over money. Let me look at it this way. Instead of me getting a job, which is not wrong, I've worked for people, but I've left jobs to build my own business with the hope that I can have live life on my own terms. So I don't know if that responds to your question. It's a bit a tricky one. All right. Thank you very much, Afafa, for that question. Let's see what Jeffrey has. Jeffrey says, can people really buy time with money? What is your opinion? Yes, employees can buy your time with money. Yes. I like my PA, or does she doesn't work for me 24 hours, she gets her pay. I bought her time. She gives me her time. So yes, people can buy time with money. That's your question. But what we're talking about here is not wrong to work for people. That's never the message. The message is that you work for people, put a certain part of your earnings for investments. So things can run on the side for you, whether you're there or not there, and you build it and it replaces your income. That's the conversation we're having here today. Thank you very much. Who asked that question? Jeffrey, for that question. Okay, quickly, I'm going to take on Daniel's question. It says, early in life, one has plenty of time, but no money. Whereas with age, one acquires money, but lacks time. What is the way to break the circle? Okay, let me backtrack and take a question. Early in life, one has plenty of time, but no money. Whereas with age, one acquires money, but lack time. What is the way to break this circle? The way to break this circle is to invest into businesses or things that would not eat up your time. So you can have time for your family, have time for things you love to do. So I know people that invested early, especially in property, and it has replaced their income and given them the life they need. I know people that do trading, buying and selling, buy things from China, sell them in Nigeria, sell them in Lagos, Abuja. Over time, it has built for them businesses that they don't need to be in their shops. They have people that are there that are watching it. So the way to break the circle, whether you're rich in time, you're poor in cash, or you're rich in cash, you're poor in time. That rich in cash and being poor in time, I want to believe are people people that are and high up in their careers, but they don't have their mentors, they don't have time to do things they would love to do. The way to do that is that it's just to invest rightly. That's all. And if you don't know how to invest, get a mentor. Okay. Next thing to do is, thank you. NK says, men have started. Oh, okay, I touched on that NK already. Says here, Nicola says, has there been ever been a moment in your Nicola say, have there ever been a moment in your life when money seemed completely meaningless in the face of time? Mm. I've always valued money, Nicholas. I need money. I always say to people, somebody once told me, what do you do with all this money? I said to him, I need money to bless people. I need money to do so many things for people. I need money to bless my family, give them a good life. What's the time now? Okay, I need money to bless my community where I come from. I don't like the poverty I see there. I want to be able to provide jobs, bless widows, bless children. So money for me can never be meaningless. I always know what to do with money. You know, I want to build water in my community. I love to build schools. I love to build hospitals. I love to build a library in my community. I love to provide jobs for people. My wife and I, we have that target. I love sponsor people to go to school or what have you. So Nicholas, I don't think there's ever a time money will become meaningless for me. All right. But at the same time, I value time. All right. So I don't know if that responds to your question, but yeah, that's about it, the way I respond to it. So Misty says thank you. Right, thank you very much. And Patience Chuku says, well done, bro. Learning is living. Yes, thank you very much. So I kind of responded to the questions I have so far. Problem is that I don't know. Let me try and see if I can see anyone on TikTok because I'm using it on a different device. I think that's about it. I expected, guys, people still have more questions, especially the comment guys. A lot of you came on the screen, but it's not. If you want to ask questions, I think our time is fast spent and we can call it a day. All right. I don't know if there's anything else. Any questions, any comments, any questions, let us know. Any questions? I hope that we've learned a thing or two. If you missed out on any of the sessions, please go on my YouTube channel. The essence of hosting it here was so that the recording, more people that missed out on it that were not able to join live can rewatch this. And also you can share it with somebody that maybe was not active in the group chat or maybe doesn't know what happened. Somebody sent a message. Let me see. Yeah. Laminal Nacherio says, what financial and investment books do you recommend for a student? Financial and investment books. Rich Dad Poor Dad, number one, is a good book. Um, this book might not necessarily be a business book, but it's an important book to read. If you have not read this book, I don't know. It's sold over, as at when this book was printed, I think it says it sold over 25 million copies. There's a reason why 25 million people have bought this book. And this might have been published a long time ago. Highly recommend this book because if you don't understand purpose while you're alive, it will affect your decision to know whether it will affect the way you do your business. All right. Highly, or the way you handle your career. Highly recommended. I already touched on this. Built to Last. Important book to read. I also touched on this. Slight Edge. All right. This is a very, 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 very good book. So these books, if you don't find them, talk to your wherever you buy books from. You know, they can recommend, they can look for the book for you. Some of those guys have sell books. I know where I buy books in Area 10 in Abuja. If I tell them where to buy this, they'll find it for me. Or in Kaduna Evangel Bookshop, I'm sure they can be able to find books for you. All right. I can go on and on, but there's several books. Which other books? There's Ink and Grow Rich. I've not read the book. I bought it. I've not been reading it. I can go on and on. Atomic Millionaire. Autobiographies are good to read. I have a book I read. He just took his time to explain different people, how they started their businesses, how they. I don't know the title of that book now. I need to check my library to find it. It's a very good book to reading about people. And another thing you need to do is go on YouTube, watch videos on people on different people's business, how they started, how they got to where they are, how they did what this. It really helps. You know, then whatever thing you want to do, YouTube is a good place to go. You can go and search up a video on that particular thing that you want to do. You know, for every business I want to do, I have a playlist on YouTube where I keep businesses information about each business. You know, and I keep it there, and I keep watching videos. As I'm watching the videos, I'm putting it there. I'm learning. So YouTube is a very good place to do. But YouTube doesn't it's not the same as reading a book. I highly recommend read books and watch YouTube. Watch podcasts as well. They really help. Even if the podcast is 2 hours, whatever, watch them. You can never go wrong. All right. All right. Our time is fast spent. I don't know if we shared anything. We've learned anything. I hope that we've learned a thing or two. So please, this means saying a big thank you to everyone. If you have any questions, keep them coming. You can put them in the group chat if you're a member of our group chat. In case I missed out on them. But this to call this a wrap. Okay. Big thank you to everyone. To our president, Nkechi, for making this possible. She's the one that reached out to me. A big thank you to all the schools, to everyone. Thank you very much, Sunji, for conversations we have one-on-one. And to everyone, thank you very much, Stanley. For those that joined on the live, a big thank you to all of you. Please let us drop our biggest takeaways, especially the group chat. And also, you can drop them here. Some people can be blessed by them. Drop them here. More people watch this live stream after we stop going live, so more people watch them. So please share them. You never know who is going to be blessed by what you share. Let us know what your biggest takeaways are. All right. So that's that. Thank you very much for the privilege to share and also answer questions that were coming on. Put your questions in the group chat and I can take it. And this is me saying a big thank you. Laminal says thank you, sir. Oh, God bless you, dear. Much appreciated. Okay, I don't know if I'm permitted to end the live stream. Let me know. Or if there's anything else that I've not touched on or need to do. Send a message, okay. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, can you hear me? Send a message. Should I end, or if there's anything that I've not touched on or something that you want us to do? So we can call this a wrap. Anything else? NK, I don't know if you can hear me. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. Please put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section. Thank you very much. The executives of Command Cardosa, that's Command Secondary School. NK says, thank you so much. We appreciate you. It is very educative. Oh, thank you. All right. Guys, God bless you all. Thank you for joining. For those of you that normally join my live streams, I'll be having, as usual, Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time. Please do well to join. And tomorrow, all right? God bless you all. A big shout out. Thank you very much, Escos, once more for letting me do this. God bless you all. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.